Let's understand the evolution of computing platform and serverless. Let's start at the very beginning, the mainframe era. Back in the day, think 1950s to 1970s, we had these huge centralized systems called mainframes. They were big, expensive, and handled all the heavy lifting for data processing. Users would connect through terminals, and that's how things got done. But scaling, forget about it. You needed more hardware and more money. So flexibility wasn't their strong suit. Fast forward to the 80s and 90s. We get the client server model. This was a big shift. Now instead of everything being centralized, we had servers running applications and clients could connect to them over a network. It was a great for collaboration and file sharing. But managing those servers, it was a headache. Every time you wanted to scale, you had to buy and set up more hardware. And it was not ideal for fast moving businesses. Then came the 2000 and it was a game changer. We got virtualization and cloud computing. Virtualization was like magic, letting us run multiple virtual machines on a single physical server. That means better resource use. Then came cloud computing, where you didn't need to own the servers anymore. You could rent what you needed over the internet, pay as you go, on demand scaling. Suddenly, IT wasn't a bottleneck anymore. Companies like AWS, Azure made this possible, and it opened up so many doors. Now, let's talk about the 2010s and the rise of containers. Containers like Docker took things to the next level. They let you package applications and all their dependencies into neat portable units. No more it works on my machine but not in production issues. This was also when microservices architecture took off, breaking big apps into smaller, independently deployable pieces. Developers loved it. And then the late 2010s brought us to where we are now, serverless computing. Okay, serverless doesn't mean there aren't servers. It just means you don't manage them. You write your code, deploy it, and the cloud provider takes care of scaling, maintenance, and all that boring stuff. It's like you are a chef and someone else is managing the entire kitchen for you. You only pay for the time your code is running, not when it's sitting idle. So, what's so great about serverless? First, no server headaches. You don't have to provision or scale anything, it's all automatic. Second, it's event driven. So your functions run only when triggered by things like an API call or a database update. And third, you only pay for what you use. Literally, the seconds your code runs, no idle cost. But hey, serverless isn't perfect. There is something called a cold start, where functions take a moment to spin up if they haven't been used in a while. Also, you are pretty locked into your cloud provider's ecosystem. It's like being a long-term relationship with AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. Plus, serverless functions aren't great for things like long-running processes. They usually have time limits. So, where does serverless fit in today? It's awesome for things like a real-time file processing, API backends, or running quick tasks on demand. Tools like AWS Lambda, Azure Functions, and Google Cloud Functions make it super easy to use. To sum up, we have gone from giant mainframes to client-server setups to virtualization to containerization and now serverless computing. Each step made things simpler, more flexible, and more efficient. Serverless is like the culmination of that journey, letting developers focus on building cool stuff without worrying about the infrastructure. It's future and it's here now.